2 instruments, 4 very cool effects, that's what we're looking at today. And if you want to release your music after using these free VSTs, be sure to release them with DistroKid. They'll get your music into all of the major online music stores like Spotify, iTunes, Tidal, and so many others, and you'll keep 100% of the royalties with DistroKid. Now, the first free VST plugin that we're looking at today is Deelay from Sixth Sample. This one is a real contender for one of the best, or at least the coolest, free delay plugin out there. And it's more than just a basic delay. It can also add some subtle saturation or even distortions to your sounds, along with tape settings. And to get you started with this massive free delay, you get 100 presets. Deelay from Sixth Sample is definitely worth the download. You can grab it on Mac or Windows in VST3 or AU formats. Next up is a cool and unique free instrument plugin from Vienna Symphonic Library. This is Fujara Flute. The Fujara Flute, I'm sure I'm pronouncing that incorrectly, was used not only as an instrument, but it was also a way that shepherds living in the mountains of Slovakia would communicate with each other and herd in their sheep. Of course, that was years ago, and this is a more modern version of the Fujara Flute, but it's definitely different from your typical flutes that you hear. You do need a free iLok account to use this one. Fujara Flute is available on Windows and Mac in VST, VST3, AU, and AAX formats. The next free VST plugin is Taratube Overdrive. This is a tube distortion effect that can add subtle tube distortion or some more crunchier sounds. Use the stage control to adjust the number of tubes that you want to add from 1 to 8. And you can use this one in front of a guitar amp sim, kind of like a tube pedal. You can use it on your vocals or wherever you want to try and enhance your sound with some tube saturation. Taratube is available on Mac or Windows in VST, VST3, and AU formats. Next up is an excellent emulation of a hardware echo effect. But first, I want to talk about releasing your music. It doesn't matter if you have a huge following or you're just starting to grow your fan base, DistroKid will get your music into all of the same stores as the biggest artists in the world. And the process is super easy, and the best part, you keep 100% of the royalties from these stores. Plus, to help you get more listeners and maybe even grow your social media followings, DistroKid gives you free tools that you can use. Things like claiming your Spotify artist accounts. You'll get that verified artist badge, so you can really take control of how your Spotify artist account looks for when listeners land on your page. And you can also gain access to analytics about your listeners. You pay DistroKid your $20 annual fee, and that's it. You keep 100% of the royalties. Plus, if you use the link down in the description, you'll save 7% off of your membership. So save some money and release your music with DistroKid. Now, the next free VST plugin is Vibanez EM-V from Synth IV. Yes, it's Vibanez with a V, and this is an emulation of the Ibanez EM-V Echo Machine pedal. The controls and everything try to stay true to the original pedal's design, and just because this is originally a guitar pedal doesn't mean you have to use it on guitar. Try it on synths, vocals, or anywhere that you want to try an echo on. I've always been a fan of using guitar pedals as effects on other instruments. You can get Vibanez EM-V on Windows only as a VST3. Now this next free VST is something that I really love. It's Lost Tapes from Superfly DSP. This is a pretty cool tape saturation plugin. It gives you 4 different tape types. You have broken, lost tape, old tape, and new, and each one has its own unique vibe. You can control the wow and flutter with the depth and rate controls. The artifact slider can add increased distortion, and the crunch button will add even more harmonic distortion. There's also a control that allows you to add as much tape noise as you want to your signal. Then you can dial it in how much you want to mix this with your dry signal using the mix control. It's a very easy to use plugin that can add character or give your tracks a vintage sound. You can get Lost Tapes on Windows or Mac in VST3 and AU formats. Now here's a free lo-fi instrument. This is VLT Lo-Fi from Quiet Music. This instrument was created using an old Casio keyboard and recording the sounds to an old cassette tape recorder from 1985. It has a very cool vibe to it with a few preset sounds. It's a Rompler style instrument, so there aren't a whole lot of ways to control the sound, but you do get ADSR controls along with some modulation, reverb, and there's even some percussion sounds that you can use no matter what preset you're on. It's a pretty cool little instrument that delivers on lo-fi sounds. You can get VLT Lo-Fi on Mac or Windows in VST, VST3, and AU formats. Now, check out some of the best free music making software that you can use these free VST plugins in by clicking the video on the screen. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. Also, subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. Thank you so much for watching. For Audio Tech TV, I'm Zane. Keep creating, and we'll talk soon.